Welcome. Today's 31st annual Menu of Hope program will be streaming live in 5 minutes. Please find your seats. Thank you. We are live in Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to the 31st annual Menu of Hope. Here to guide us through this special day are our hosts from ABC 6, Fox 28 News, Mike McCarthy and Jessica Ralston.
Good morning, Columbus. So good to see this crowded room here to support Children's Hunger Alliance today. I'm Jessica Ralston from ABC 6 and Fox 28.
And I'm Mike McCarthy. We invite you to make your way in, find your seats, and join us for really an incredible event today. We are just thrilled to be here with you celebrating the 31st annual Menu of Hope presented by Walter Foundation.
31 years. What an incredible tradition this event has become, supporting CHA's mission year after year. And for over 5.5 decades, can you believe that? Children's Hunger Alliance has been working tirelessly to ensure that Ohio's kids get healthy meals and nutrition education that they need to reach their full potential.
Today's event would not be possible without each and every one of you, the incredible generosity we have in this room from all of our patrons and our partners as well.
We are so deeply grateful for the support of our presenting patron, Walter Foundation. Their commitment to Ohio's children sets a powerful example and lays a foundation for everything that we will accomplish here together today. Let's kick off our program by thanking all of our sponsors.
We would first like to thank Sinclair Broadcasting and ABC6 and Fox 28 for again being our media partner this year. The Platinum patrons this year, the Kroger Company and the Marzetti Company. Premier Plus patron, the Champions Company. Premier patrons, Nationwide and American Electric Power. Our principal patrons this year, Amgen, Champion Food Service, Encova, Grange Insurance, Hexion, the Ohio Education Association, SafeLight, Shedding Your Funeral and Cremation Service, and the Robert Weiler Company. We'd also like to take a moment to include a special mention of our 31 club patrons. These businesses dug deeper this year to renew their support with an even higher patron level. They include ASG, Cameron Mitchell Restaurants, Cleveland Cavaliers Community Foundation, Geotechnical Consultants, Mercy Health St. Rita Medical Center, and the Marzetti Company. We'd also like to thank Reimagine Experiences as today's event producer, and the folks in the back with Mills James Production who are supporting us with today's staging technology. And to the many other community partners and organizations listed in our event program today, thank you so much for your incredible support as well. Let's give them all a very big round of applause.
Thank you all so much for making today possible. Children's Hunger Alliance provides nutritious meals to children right where they are every day of the year. These nourishing meals are the cornerstone of CHA's mission. Nutrition education is the other vital component. Some of you may not be aware of this powerful aspect of CHA's work, so this year we're shining an even brighter spotlight on this essential piece for breaking the cycle of childhood hunger here in Ohio. And speaking of shining a spotlight on nutrition, you might have noticed a special bookmark in your program today. It's brought to you in partnership with Columbus Metropolitan Library. This isn't just a souvenir, it is a doorway to discovery.
That's right, it is. In celebration of March being National Nutrition Month, CHA's nutrition education team has curated a fantastic childhood nutrition book list. We have partnered with the library to feature these books in corresponding displays at branches all month long. It really is a fantastic resource for parents, educators, and really anyone looking to inspire healthier eating habits in children all around them. So you can use that QR code right there on your bookmark to access that full book list on the CML website, and then stop by your nearest branch and pick up one of those books. It is just one more way CHA's partnership with CML is extending our commitment to nutrition beyond just the plate and empowering families really with knowledge.
But even as we empower them with that knowledge, the fundamental immediate need for nourishing food remains. Do you know about the incredible daily reach of CHA's food programs? We are talking about millions of meals served annually across Ohio. This monumental effort isn't just the work of one organization, it is a testament to the power of alliances. Children's Hunger Alliance, with its incredible network of partners, generous donors, selfless volunteers, dedicated staff, and supportive state and local government officials, all working together.
Because we know unequivocally that proper nutrition from birth all the way through adulthood is absolutely essential to a child's development, physically, cognitively, and emotionally. It impacts their ability to learn, to grow, and to thrive. Today, we are here to celebrate that collaborative impact, to recognize those who go above and beyond, and look ahead to how we can all do even just a little bit more. Our program today is packed with inspiration. We'll be recognizing some incredible legislative champions, our outstanding programs of the year, and community impact leaders as well.
We're also going to hear inspiring words from CHA's president and CEO, Michelle Brown. And get ready for a truly special guest, former White House chef and food policy expert, Sam Kass. He's going to share insights from his work, highlighting why proper nutrition is critical for kids' development and underscoring what resources are necessary for helping children reach bright futures. We also have a very special recognition today for someone whose dedication to Ohio's children and consistent advocacy for CHA has been transformative. It promises to be an enlightening and empowering event.
Today's Menu of Hope, of course, also is a fundraiser, and each year we have challenged you, the audience, to donate as you learn more about all the programs you're going to hear about at today's event. And to help your donations go even further, organizations have provided matches when the audience accepts the challenge and reaches our goal. I have some fantastic news to share with you today. The Champion Companies has once again, for the third year, stepped up to the challenge by matching your donations up to $30,000. But yes, applaud that for sure. The excitement does not end there, though. We have another organization that also heard this call and wanted to join this incredible effort. So please welcome Clarence Mingo, Vice President of Corporate Affairs and Government Relations at Marzetti Company, to share their commitment to Ohio's children.
Good afternoon to all of you. I'm Clarence Mingo with the Marzetti Company, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. Listen, when we learned about the incredible work that CHA is doing statewide to alleviate the terrible condition of food insecurity amongst our state's children, we knew we had to get involved. We absolutely had no other choice and found ourselves inspired to want to be involved and do so in a very substantive way. And so that is why the Marzetti Company has stepped up with a $35,000 contribution to support the very meaningful work that CHA is doing. But we're just getting started, and we would like for you to join the battle. And so we extend an invitation to you to dig deep. Whether you perhaps are streaming, watching at home, or perhaps with us here live today, we're asking you to help us reach another $35,000 today as a result of your own generosity, belief, and commitment to the work that CHA is undertaking. And if you do this, your resources, along with those of the Marzetti Companies, will be combined and hopefully in totality help us reach our goal of $100,000 today in support of Children's Hunger Alliance. And this will be unprecedented and make a true impact on the lives of our children, particularly those who are struggling with food insecurity at this hour. Now, just think for a moment what $100,000 can do by way of food and impact for children in this state. It's nutrition, it's security, and it is life for those who need it the most. So, this is what you can do to get involved, right? This is a simple text. Now, surely as I use the word text, some of you went straight to TikTok, and that is not what I said. I said text, right? Text. You can text MOH26 to 72678. That's MOH26 to 72678. I'm Clarence Mingo with the Marzetti Company. Grace and peace to all of you. Thank you very much.
Good job.
Clarence, thank you very much, and thank you to the Champion Companies and Marzetti for that incredible generosity and that commitment to Ohio's kids. Remember, if we can get $35,000 in donations from our amazing audience out here today, whether you are here with us in person or you're watching us virtually, that will unlock that full incredible amount of $100,000. Your donations today, you need to know, will change lives. Let's give another round of applause for the incredible partnership we just heard about and keep that momentum going throughout today's event.
Thanks to Marzetti's for making the best ranch ever. I mean that. That was not in the script. I mean that. Now we're going to move right into our awards and recognition. At Children's Hunger Alliance, we value our strong allies in government who champion our cause and help shape policies that support children's health. These legislative champions work tirelessly to build supportive environments for organizations like CHA and prioritize children's well-being, helping secure funding, navigate regulations, and expand our reach to more kids statewide. Here to present a special recognition and our legislative awards, please welcome CHA's Governing Board Chair, Nikki Scarpitti.
Before I announce our honorees, I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to our governing board and our regional development board members who serve this organization with tremendous passion and dedication. The leadership, expertise, and time each of you contributes to Children's Hunger Alliance is instrumental in getting more meals to more children across Ohio. It's truly an honor to serve alongside you. I also want to thank our fearless leader, Michelle Brown, and the passionate CHA staff who operate across the state. You are the backbone of this organization, and this work would not be possible without you. I would love for our governing board members, our regional development board members, and all CHA staff to please rise so we can truly recognize you. Now on to the awards. Our first is a special recognition created by children in our after-school program to honor our governor, Mike DeWine. It would be hard to name a stronger champion for children or CHA's programs. Throughout his whole tenure as governor, he has been steadfast in helping to ensure meals reach children in every corner of Ohio. The governor and Mrs. DeWine have attended several Menu of Hope luncheons in the past, but were not able to attend today. However, we are honored to have Emily Clary, Chief of Staff to the First Lady, who will accept the award on their behalf. Will you please join me in a round of applause for Governor Mike DeWine and First Lady Fran DeWine. A special welcome and thank you goes to all our state and local government officials who are in attendance today. Thank you for helping CHA feed children across the state. Will you please stand and be recognized? Today, we are proud to honor 4 state legislators who have exhibited a deep commitment to CHA's mission. They have been outspoken advocates for CHA by supporting our policy priorities, visiting CHA programs, and advancing our state funding requests. It is my honor to announce the 2026 Legislators of the Year from the Ohio Senate, State Senator Michelle Reynolds and State Senator Kent Smith. Senator Reynolds' commitment to prioritizing children's health and well-being is evident in how she engages with youth in her district, advocates to support CHA in the General Assembly, and makes time to visit CHA partner sites. Senator Smith has been a crucial partner to CHA, including assisting in the introduction and passage of the Breakfast in the Classroom legislation, which is instrumental in helping students get the daily nourishment they need to thrive in school. We've put together a short video highlighting these two legislative honorees. Take a look.
It's very important for children to have access to food across our state. In my role as an Ohio legislator, I have the privilege of advocating and rulemaking with laws, passing laws that help to encourage legislation that will ensure that we have nutritious meals for our kids, and also making sure that we put in the budget money to support the resources for organizations like Children's Hunger Alliance.
What I've always tried to do in my legislative career is look for bipartisan ways to alleviate poverty. And I mean, kids are, 30% of the population, but 100% of our future. And Children's Hunger Alliance builds in what's most important to Ohio's future, which is Ohio's kids.
Well, the reality is that without organizations like Children's Hunger Alliance, who really meet the needs of the community in the community, that we would have children who are suffering from food insecurity.
And certainly childhood poverty shouldn't be a partisan issue, because quite frankly, there are children in poverty all across the state. If we can find a way to, support that child, then, the future of this state, the future of this nation is going to be better.
I truly am grateful for the award of Legislator of the Year from the Children's Hunger Alliance. This is an organization that I respect very deeply, and I am very grateful for all of the work that they do to help feed our children and make sure that they're food secure. So thank you so much.
I am grateful to be honored by the Children's Hunger Alliance, not because my work is that significant, but their work is that significant.
Please join me in congratulating Senator Reynolds and Senator Smith. Now it is my honor to recognize the 2026 Legislators of the Year from the Ohio House of Representatives, State Representative Andrea White and State Representative Dontavius Gerals. Representative White is a steadfast CHA supporter who leads with a commitment to children and families. She understands how strong programs like CHAs set children up for success. She has provided leadership to pass legislation such as the Women, Infants, and Children Modernization Act to make sure children have the nutrition they need. Representative Gerals has been a consistent partner in our mission for years, attending numerous CHA sites in his district and advocating for policies that make it easier for children to have convenient access to food. Let's hear more from Representatives White and Gerals. Take a look.
Every time I receive a request from the Children's Hunger Alliance, I'm immediately ready to put that as one of my top priorities as a member of Finance Committee. For me, hunger is something that no family should experience, particularly our children should not experience. And so it's not just about putting money into our budget to fund services and programs, but it's also making sure that we're addressing the root issues through legislation that ultimately addresses children's hunger entirely.
I know from experience in my own community that childhood hunger is a very real thing in the state of Ohio. My community has been the recipient of the Children's Hunger Alliance's resources. Many years ago, we started a summer food and mentoring program for kids in a subsidized housing complex and several other locations. And the Children's Hunger Alliance at one point provided important resources for that program to be able to continue.
I mean, to see the smiles on these children's faces, to give them food, to talk to the parents who are there, being in those sites gives a real life perspective to their lived experience. And I then take that back to the State House and say, what the heck can I do here? And what am I, all the things, I'm gonna throw everything at the wall to address their lived condition.
If we could wave a magic wand and ensure that no child went to bed hungry in Ohio, what a beautiful thing. But that's not the reality, and that's why it's ever so important. And I applaud the work of the Children's Hunger Alliance, because they are reaching so many kids and so many families who would go hungry without their service.
I just want to say thank you for this honor, this acknowledgement. I know that I am not alone in this work. And so to every person who's packed a meal, every person who distributed a meal, every person who's talked to a child when they're hungry, I share this award with you.
Thank you. Thank you, and I support you, and thank you for making a difference every single day in so many children's lives, both now and for their future.
Please join me in congratulating Representative Gerals and Representative White.
Congratulations to our legislators of the year. Now we will recognize program partners of CHA and the great work being done around the state by the dedicated people who put our mission into action.
These programs of the year embody the spirit of our alliance. They are the boots on the ground, the hands that serve, the educators who empower. Their innovation, dedication, and impact are truly phenomenal. We have 6 outstanding partners to recognize today, and we are so excited to share their amazing work with you. First off, congratulations to Shalai Cox, the in-home child care program of the year and owner of Rainbow Magic Daycare in Green Springs, Ohio. Since 2020, she has turned her home into a nurturing space where kids help grow a garden and learn to prepare food. Working together, they made 5,500 nutritious meals in 2025. As an Ohio Farm to Early Care Coalition member, she creates guides to promote farm-to-table learning, fostering healthy children, one meal at a time. Let's meet Shalai Cox.
My mother started the business in '96, so the business itself has been in partnership with Children's Hunger Alliance since '96, and then I have partnered with them since 2020, continuing what my mom started. So some of the challenges that we face being a small rural community, a lot of the families here are on state assistance. So even as a smaller program in a rural community, I can't charge private pay parents as much as maybe someone in Cleveland or Columbus. The Children's Hunger Alliance helps me by reimbursing me for the cost of food, and because of that, I don't have to pass that cost on to parents. So I can give them AM snack, breakfast, lunch, PM snack, and that's something that the parents don't have to financially worry about. With being partnered with Children's Hunger Alliance, I feel very confident with the meals that I serve the kids. So I am making sure that each child receives a well-balanced meal. They are getting fruits, they're getting vegetables, and one of the more recent things that we're doing is the wall over here, you can see fruits and vegetables. The last couple of months, I tell the kids, if you eat this certain vegetable or this fruit, and you see the small pieces underneath, that it'll give you super eye power, super strength power. And so that's one way that we encourage the kids to eat vegetables. I would say it's essential. The program itself is essential. Without their reimbursements that they provide us, I would not be able to provide the families with the foods that we do.
We love to share those stories because that shows you the impact your donations make. And don't forget, if you're texting to give, there's a little technical problem, or there has been, so keep trying. We need those donations to come in to help these wonderful programs. With that said, congratulations to A&J Kiducation Learning Center and Kiducation Youth Center in Wellsville, Ohio, as our Child Care Center Program of the Year. Co-owners Aubrey Bach and Jamie Mitchell, with over 20 years of experience, have built a vibrant haven with fun, nutrition-focused activities. They've transformed snack time into color-themed learning and served 181 children with well-balanced meals in 2025. Along with their involvement in the CHA Weekend Meals program, their creative dedication to kids is making a real community impact.
Our services aren't just for the children. When we got into childcare, we thought, oh, we're going to take care of children all day. We quickly realized that it is a community. We are just taking care of everything and doing all that we can possibly do. We are very adamant about healthy foods. We do a lot of home-cooked food, and we all know how expensive food is becoming. Just their support financially is huge to be able to afford those things. And honestly, many people don't know about nutrition, even adults. They just think going to the store, grabbing things off. Nobody knows how to read nutrition labels. That's something that we work with these children with, so they can flip it over, read those nutrition labels, understand what is inside of things and how to make those choices. I bet some of them are even teaching their parents at home.
Prior to the program, we did have families pack lunches, so it also took that financial burden off of the families as well as off of our senator.
As an administrator, we wear 100 hats, and just having them take that time to give us the information to help provide to our families and our staff, it cuts down our time, and they have very valuable information that we can share with everybody too.
So we are very grateful for the CHA program.
And congratulations as well to Madison County Vineyard in London, Ohio, as our Summer Meals Program of the Year honoree. Founded in 2002, the church has been a community beacon, including partnering with CHA to combat summer hunger. By transforming their gym into an efficient meal distribution center, they provided 15,175 meals to an average of 250 children each and every week in 2025. Through collaborations with the local food bank for additional items and community events, they foster a familial spirit of kindness in their tight-knit community. Take a look.
The partnership is outstanding. We, for years, would go buy groceries, and then we were contacted through CHA, and literally they told me I could get milk, and I cried because I knew our kids needed that milk, and we couldn't give it to them unless we did something radical to the building to get cooler space. The shelf-stable meals were just a real blessing to us and to the families. It gives us a nice, neat way to make sure they have a unitized meal, that it's healthy, that it's balanced, that it has everything in it. And I love that you're sneaky with the vegetables and slide them in, and the whole grains. Without that, we would be still giving them the best we could, but not enough to be able to really feed a kid.
We have a really good group of volunteers that have a system down, so when it comes in, it's just like a assembly line, and everybody wants to do their part in it. They love taking the food out to the cars for the people, talking with them and everything, so it all works out well.
Just the idea of being able to afford to do that for a small fellowship, that would not be possible. We all sacrifice, we all bring what we can, but why would God bring us these kids unless he was going to feed them, is what we kept thinking. There has to be a way. And God provided a way through Children's Hunger Alliance.
It helps out a ton. I enjoy knowing that during summertime that we get to come here and get extra food to help our family out.
Congratulations to Bridgeport Exempted Village Schools in Belmont County as our School Breakfast Program of the Year honoree. In this small riverside community of right around 1,500 people, they launched a Breakfast in the Classroom program 5 years ago with CHA support, serving nearly 67,000 breakfasts and reaching more than 61% of eligible students. Their dedicated staff fosters a warm, family-like environment that helps students grow and thrive. Let's learn more about their innovative and very impressive breakfast program.
What's unique about Bridgeport is their breakfast in the classroom program is for high school and middle school. Most schools implemented in elementary, and high school is not taken care of. So Bridgeport, they have the best high school program in the state.
When I first came here, kids were going into our cafetorium and eating, all students. So we had about 750 kids all there at one time. Our participation was super low. We wanted to figure out a way to get every kid fed before they went to class, breakfast for all, and free breakfast for all. And since then, we've been able to expand it to free breakfast and free lunch for all, just because of the diverse needs of our students.
Bottom line is your brain needs energy. It needs to be fueled to be able to focus on your education.
Basically, we come in, we pack our baskets. They get the main and a fruit. We pack those, we put them on carts, and then we just take them around to the rooms. I think that makes a big difference with a high school.
CHA is invaluable to us. I mean, we wouldn't be doing this breakfast in the classroom without their guidance and help.
Congratulations to Reynoldsburg City Schools here in Franklin County as our Weekend Meals Program of the Year. Serving over 7,000 students east of Columbus, they've partnered with CHA since 2021 and expanded their program to all 11 schools, distributing over 41,000 meal boxes and providing nearly 250,000 meals in 2025. Their operational excellence and stellar communication ensure that no student goes hungry over the weekend, truly nurturing every child's potential. Let's take a look at their inspiring work.
So at Rose Hill Elementary, we're serving about 70 students each week. District-wide, we are looking at about 2,500 meals distributed every Friday. So here at Rose Hill, the school social worker has student helpers from the 5th grade that distribute the boxes classroom to classroom, and that gives them an opportunity to show some leadership, but it's also something that the kids really look forward to. They love to help.
So my 5th grade helpers that I have chose to be office helpers. They find it fun, like going around and being like, yep, you're welcome, thanks. You know, they love the attention like that too.
The CHA program is invaluable. We would not be able to meet the need at this level without them. This has been truly something that has helped lift the spirits of our students. Our teachers, our staff care so tremendously about our kids that they know that it's one less worry that they have. So it's a consistent and reliable source of support for our students, families, and community at large.
Congratulations to the Imani Family Center at Rothenberg Preparatory Academy in Cincinnati's Over the Rhine neighborhood, our after-school nutrition education program of the year honoree. At this single location, they've excelled in both programs, serving nearly 5,000 meals to 40 kids in 2025, while fostering lifelong healthy habits through nutrition education. Their innovative efforts include growing a rooftop garden for hands-on food experiences and the CHA-delivered Catch Kids Club for interactive learning. The center's commitment extends to community events like Imani Fest, which provides resources and supplies to families, creating a welcoming environment for growth. So let's learn more about the Imani Family Center.
Children Hunger Alliance meets Imani children where they are. The economic status in this community, we don't know if this is going to be their last meal that they have for the day until breakfast tomorrow morning when school starts. So I am just so gracious that they're able to eat something and get a full belly before they go home. And then I don't have to worry about, are they hungry? Because I'm going to worry about those babies once they leave out these doors. So that's the good part about being able to serve them those meals. And I know that they had something to eat before going to bed that night. It's a joy when you watch them come through the line after they know what they're going to have, so they're looking for it. Like, is it there? Is it something I can share with somebody else? And if it's something they don't like, they're going to tell you and they're going to put it on the share table. So we also have Nutrition Catch that comes in as a part of Children Hunger Alliance, and it talks about the proportions of food. It talks about the food that will burn energy, the food that will restore energy. And then they make a snack that's nutritious for them. And they love it. They do not want to miss Nutrition Catch on Thursday. So that's a good other thing that Children Hunger Alliance brings to the plate for the children, and education for them to make healthy choices.
To present commemorative awards to each of this year's Programs of the Year honorees, please join me in welcoming to the stage Shannon Amos, CHA's Vice President of Programs, along with all of today's very deserving and distinguished honorees. Congratulations to you all one more time, and thank you so very much for all the work you are doing and the difference you are making. Let's give them one more round of applause. Well, certainly the fine folks here walking past us back to their seats have told us really some inspiring messages and some inspiring stories we have heard from them and their efforts at their respective businesses and organizations, and it looks like the inspiring message is making its way through this room as well. The technical issue we've had with our texting campaign, it's been resolved, and you can text to donate to our campaign here in the room, and really we are making headway and making a big stride towards meeting that fundraising challenge. I think we have, there it is, the total so far here just this morning, just under $11,000. So keep those texts coming. Yes, absolutely. Cheer for that. And let's inspire some more people to give here in the room, because remember, we are trying to meet that $35,000 challenge from the Champion Companies and Marzetti Company. You again can text MOH26 to 76278, MOH26 to 76278.
Now it's time to present this year's Community Impact Award. This honor recognizes organizations that have made significant contributions to advancing CHA's mission through collaborative efforts, reaching communities with critical meals and food education resources. Their commitment exemplifies the power of partnership.
And this year, we are incredibly proud to honor an outstanding organization in Northwest Ohio for their exceptional work that they have been doing there. Mercy Health St. Rita's Medical Center.
Here in the city of Lima, we are extremely grateful to have a partner like Mercy Health St. Rita's to stand in the gaps for some of the real issues that affect our families. We have a hospital that really doesn't just talk about the social determinants of health, but puts their human capital, their financial capital, their intellectual capital, and really their research capital in helping communities address all of those other issues.
I think many people would be really surprised to know the extent of food insecurity that occurs right here at home and even out in some of our rural school districts.
We love our partnership with Mercy Health, specifically St. Rita's. We serve about 3,600 students within our district. We are a high poverty district in the state of Ohio. So oftentimes many of our students or families are looking for additional support. So when our babies come into school and they want to focus on education, luckily we have community partners such as Mercy Health and St. Rita's that fill the gap.
We started off small. We did the Adopt a School program with Lipsick for about 2 years, which is up in Putnam County. And then this past year, this will be our second year, we also wanted to kind of do support locally here with Lima City Schools and Freedom Elementary. So we've kind of acted as a convener. So bringing other organizations, businesses together, understanding, hey, we can have more of an impact if we collectively bring our organization's capacity together to kind of help support financially.
Whatever small part we were able to play to bring this together, we're grateful and appreciative of everyone that made it happen.
Mercy Health St. Rita's is so deserving of this recognition. This isn't something that they have to do. You know, it's so easy to just be available and treat people as they come to you. But they've really made it a part of their mission to go out into the community, find people where they're at, and hopefully through those efforts over time, it just makes the community better as a whole.
Please join us in welcoming Rhonda Lehman, President of Mercy Health Lima, to accept this well-deserved honor from the Vice President of Development at CHA, Cindy Marshall.
Thank you so much. Today, we celebrate the power of strong partnerships, especially with Children's Hunger Alliance, which has been leading the fight against hunger for more than 55 years across our state, including Northwest Ohio. CHA supports children of all ages, and their innovative weekend meals program exemplifies their commitment to making sure that kids have access to nutritious food whenever and wherever it's needed. Their expertise and proven impact make them the ideal partner for this work in the Lima area community. At Mercy Health St. Rita's, We know that food is foundational to our health. Our teams see every day how food insecurity affects children's physical, emotional, and mental well-being. We had been searching for a partner that could address childhood hunger in a sustainable, effective way, and CHA fits that role beautifully. In a short period of time, together we already provided thousands of meals to children and families in Northwest Ohio. Seeing the relief of parents and the joy on children's faces when they receive these weekend meal boxes reaffirms the work that they do. This journey is not about any single organization that can do it alone. It's about what we can achieve together as a community. I encourage everyone here in Columbus today and those watching virtually to get involved, whether through donations, advocacy, or volunteering, to help us continue combating food insecurity for the children in Ohio. We are excited about our continued partnership with CHA and deeply grateful for your support. Together, we are making a real and lasting difference in the lives of children and families across Northwest Ohio and throughout our state. Thank you again.
All right, y'all, let's eat. We're going to give you a quick 10 minutes to enjoy your food as it's served here today. And do not forget to text to give. We need to get to that $15,000 goal. And enjoy your food, enjoy each other, and we'll see you back here in 10 minutes.
Please enjoy your lunch as we welcome back to the stage Mike McCarthy and Jessica Ralston.
Welcome back, everyone, as we come together while you enjoy your lunch to build on the momentum of this incredible event. We are thrilled to update you on our fundraising challenge from the champion companies and Marzetti. So far, we have raised $22,000 towards our $35,000 goal. Making progress. And it's all thanks to your generosity so far. So let's keep it going. Grab your phone, text MOH26 to 76278 to make your donation right now. And for those of you watching virtually, we appreciate you. Stay with us. It's easier than ever. Just click that donation button on the left of your screen or at the bottom to contribute and be part of this transformative challenge. Now to lead us forward with her inspiring vision, please welcome Mike to introduce our esteemed president and CEO.
Jessica, thank you very much. Leading the way to that vision with unwavering passion and dedication is CHA's president and CEO, Michelle Brown. Let's give her a very warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your lunch. Thank you so much for being here. On behalf of our incredible board and staff, it's an honor to have you by our side as we help kids reach their full potential, providing meals and food education right where they are, whether they're in childcare, at school, after school, in the summer, or on the weekends. We make sure they have good food to eat, as you've seen earlier today. Thank you. Since we were together last year, CHA provided over 10 million meals to almost 125,000 children. I'm so proud of what our team was able to accomplish, especially because we did that after we had run out of our emergency funding. And so it's really an incredible feat. And I want to share what that looked like across the state. We were able to grow our childcare, after-school, and summer programs. And with your support, we held the line to make sure kids had access to food all year long. Thank you. Having good food to eat is our North Star. And the research is clear. When you pair meals with food education, kids eat more nutritious and filling foods, and they're less likely to be hungry. What if every kid had good meals to eat and enjoyed eating a wide variety of vegetables? Raise your hand if you liked broccoli as a kid. Oh, I thought I'd get maybe a few more than that. Not bad, not bad. Don't worry, don't feel bad about it. When my kids were little, my husband would use reverse psychology to get the kids to eat their veggies. With broccoli, he'd pretend that there was a squirrel living in the broccoli tree, and they should definitely not eat its home. And so, of course, they were delighted to gobble it down. With carrots, he'd put a bowl of carrots on the table, and he'd say, "You better not eat my carrots when I'm out of the room." And of course, they would disappear too. And this went on until we reached the holy grail, or what I learned recently in the literature is called child-initiated vegetable snacking. That's what we're all going for here. My new favorite term. Yeah, I mean, did you know that it can take 10 to 15 try-it bites and up to 30 for a kid to like a new food? That can be pretty hard to handle. I know I didn't like vegetables when I was a kid. If you were here last year, you may remember that growing up, my family relied on food stamps. And I joke that I didn't eat a vegetable until I was a teenager, and I had a cooking class in my public high school. Within weeks, I was making vegetable fried rice and pasta with broccoli, and I was cooking for my family and friends. This was such a good moment in my childhood where I really got empowered by the ability to feed my friends and my family, and I felt so nourished. It was like I was eating broccoli for the very first time, quickly blanched with garlic and oil, just like they made it at the Italian restaurant where I worked. It quickly became a favorite food. And recently, there was a kid in one of our programs talking about their favorite foods. Let's take a listen.
your favorite food?
My favorite food is mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese?
Yes.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Broccoli.
Broccoli?
Yeah, but I don't really eat it often.
You don't eat it often? Do you wish you had it more?
Yeah. So it can make me stronger.
I know. I could watch him all day, and I guess he's going to be like a future Arnold competitor here, so really excited for him. And just always excited when a kid wants to choose a vegetable like broccoli, because we know it's really hard for broccoli to compete with cookies and other foods that have a marketing budget. We know parents do the best they can, but kids really thrive when their teachers help them build food skills and knowledge. And as we know, by having this education paired with meals, kids are less likely to be hungry. And nutrition education has always been a part of CHA's work. In December, I visited Molly, who you heard about earlier in the after-school video, and she was playing food bingo with the kids in Cincinnati before they made their guacamole. They were all excited to do this because a lot of them had tried guacamole, but none had ever prepared it. By the end of the class, there were big smiles and empty bowls. They were so happy because this was a great after-school snack before they went off to their holiday rehearsal. And as is always the case, there's always one kid in the class who goes from major skeptic to may I please have seconds. There he is. It happens every time. Now we know that these experiences are so critical, but Molly is only one person. And even if there were 10 of her, we could teach maybe 150 classes a week. So we've decided to look at how we could scale these programs as we have with our meal programs. To get started, we wanted to know what our partners were interested in, so we surveyed them, and we were astounded by the results. 69% of our partners said they were extremely or very interested in nutrition education. This was surprising because if you're reading the research now, we know that about half of our childcare centers aren't sure if they're going to be in business within a year. But we also know, as you saw in the earlier videos, that childcare providers will do anything they can to wrap their arms around the kids in their care. So we want to be there to support them. To make this work happen, we're moving towards a vision with our childcare partners where food education is a part of story time, it's a lesson in geography, there are plenty of try-it bites and food preparation. In elementary school, we have a team that works to help increase breakfast participation. And those folks can go, sorry, I think my slides are in the wrong spot. I might have missed something. Can you go back? Yes, I don't think I told you guys about this, did I? Okay. So, to make nutrition education a reality for all kids in Ohio, we need to pull two important levers. First, we're going to have to adopt nutrition education standards through the legislature. Did you know that Ohio is the only state in the country that doesn't have health education standards? So those standards would normally include nutrition education, but we think it might make sense to pursue a standalone bill. Now, we of course understand that every district is going to have to do this work differently, but we know that having standards will help improve outcomes from health to workforce readiness. So that's why we're really excited to pursue this. And then the second lever is that we need to support that implementation at every age and stage of a child's life. And now, since I've told you about some of this, I'm going to share the vision. We can fast forward. Okay, so it's a part of the story time, and we know that the kids are going to have plenty of try-it bites. In elementary school, we're helping increase breakfast participation, and our team of educators can help provide evidence-based curricula for the schools to utilize. One effort that we support is a partnership between the USDA's Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program, that's FFVP, which allows kids to try fruits and vegetables in the classroom. So thankfully, a lot of schools in Ohio are already utilizing FFVP, but only Toledo Public Schools is incorporating nutrition education. That curricula was developed here in Ohio by D&O Produce in collaboration with Pilot Light out of Illinois. And this is one of the models that we're pursuing to bring more of this food education work to Ohio. Now, that's some of the nitty-gritty of our food education plans that I hope you're getting excited about. And we know, again, that we need to do this work because the more kids have exposure to foods, the more good foods they're going to eat, the less hungry they're going to be. We know that there's demand for this work. And as a statewide organization, CHA is primed to help facilitate this work with local and state partners, many of you who are here in the room today. So we thank you so much for that support. And if you support this vision, we ask you to make an additional contribution today. If you're already a patron, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And if you're an individual here as a guest, please take a moment to make a personally meaningful gift to help us continue to reach millions of kids with millions of meals across Ohio and to advance our nutrition education work. We invite you to be the broccoli or guacamole in a young kid's life. Thank you.
Nice job, nice job. Oh, Michelle is such an inspiration. Let's give her another round of applause. She is just a champion for children. As Michelle shared, it truly does take a village. We are all a part of that village, and sometimes it takes the expertise of someone who has worked at the highest level of food policy to help us understand how we can scale these efforts nationwide. Today, we are incredibly honored to welcome someone who has dedicated his career to transforming how we think about food, nutrition, and policy in America. As former White House chef and senior policy advisor for nutrition during the Obama administration, accomplished author and passionate advocate for food system reform, our special guest speaker helped shape national conversations around childhood nutrition and food access that continues to influence policy today. Please give a very big, warm Ohio welcome to Sam Kass.
Sam, we have some questions in the audience,
Okay.
if that would be all right.
Let's
I think
do
we're
it.
going to start over here.
Over here.
Over here. There we are. Sorry about that.
Hi, Sam. Welcome to the Buckeye State.
Good to be here.
Yeah. So we all know how vital good nutrition is for children's school success.
Yep.
How are we doing collectively, in your opinion, on that goal to meet that, and what else should we be doing?
Look, I think we've made a ton of progress. When you look at the impact of, like, say, the community eligibility program, schools that are implementing that are seeing far better attendance, and you're seeing better reading and math scores and behavior, right? Obviously, man, when I'm hungry, I'm a jerk, you know? And this, you know, for my kids, the first thing when they start acting crazy, I'm like, oh, you must be hungry. So we see all these benefits that come. I would say that I think there's mixed signals, right? On some levels, we are seeing much greater participation in breakfast programs, which is having a big difference. But we're seeing hunger grow in this country. And you know, there's only so much that a school can do on its own. I mean, you have to think about the arc of a child's day and how we have to affect it from the morning they wake up to make sure they can get to bed intact. And on that, I don't think we're doing a great job. And I'm very worried about the next few years because a lot of the security blankets that I talked about are being whittled back. Inflation continues to be high. Food prices continue to be high. The volatility that we're seeing in the world is not going to help any of that. And so, you know, I'm worried. And I'm worried that this is not part of the national conversation to the level that it should be. So I do think a lot of the gap will be filled at the state level. But there just isn't a better investment, dollar for dollar, than investing in the foundation of like a life that can function, than investing in young kids' basic nutrition. Like, from an outcome standpoint, education scores rise, from our healthcare system, like you can go down the list of all the benefits that we get from that. There's just few interventions that have a bigger impact. So we just got to keep fighting the fight and not taking no for an answer, because these are our kids' lives that really fundamentally depend on it. So we have a lot of work to do.
All right, next question. Was it over?
Oh,
here?
There you are.
we go.
Hi, good afternoon. With your emphasis on access to food as well as good nutrition, interested, following up on what you just said, when both are aligned, what are the most significant health benefits you've seen in our kids?
I mean, you know, look, right now you have 1 in 3 kids on track to have diabetes in their lifetime still. We have a tidal wave of health problems that are coming. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell one. So you see all the better performance in school, better health outcomes from, obesity and pre-diabetics that are happening with younger and younger kids. But you also see, different, I'll tell a really quick story. I can't help myself. There's a school nutrition director in Burke County, Georgia, named Donna Martin, who decided to go really hardcore on transforming her food program and put breakfast in the classroom, improved the nutritional quality of the lunches and snacks, and then she also started a dinner program because so many of her kids didn't have dinner. 100% of her kids were free or reduced. And that year, the Burke County Bears had been a pretty mediocre football program. It was high school. They'd come in either last or somewhere middle of the pack basically every year. And that year that she made all those changes, they not only won their division, but they won the state title, beating the Peach County Trojans, I think they were called. I think it was 28-14, if I remember correctly. And the coach, Eric Smith, when interviewed, saying, like, what did you do to turn around the program? This is the most incredible success I've ever seen. She said Donna Martin won this championship because their ability to perform was completely underpinned by now that they had basic nutrition. And those are the kinds of outcomes. You can have all the health statistics, but it's so much bigger than that. It's like a kid's ability to live a healthy, good, fun life where they can play football and be successful. So I think it underpins, everything about life.
And we have one more question right here.
Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Stewart.
How are you?
I'm on the board here, so thank you for coming. In addition to doubling our donation, as a board, what do you think we can do to further address food insecurity?
I don't know, man. I got to tell you, I didn't fully understand what I was coming to, if I'm honest. I mean, I couldn't have laid out. I mean, you just checked like everything I would have told you guys need to be focusing on. You just gave an award to every core part of what I would say are the key components. I get paid by companies to give them big strategic advice. Like, I don't know, man. I think you guys are doing it right.
Nice to hear.
So I just think we just have to keep trying to do more and expand and broaden and get more resources. It's a resource question. Like, this is not like we don't need some new technology or innovation. I spent a lot of time investing in startups around food and agriculture, around climate and health. We don't need any new magic tool here. We know what we need to do. You guys are doing it. We just need some more resource to make sure we can reach every kid who needs it. Like, that is the work. That is the challenge. I think the advocacy part has to continue to be a top priority because obviously there's only so much we can do on our own without good policy. So I don't know, like, kick these policymakers' butts until they get it done and keep doing this work. I literally couldn't be more impressed by what I saw here today. So I'm really grateful for your leadership, the board, everybody working on it. We just got to make sure everybody has the resources they need to expand the work that's being done. So thank you for what you're doing, man.
Great job.
Thank you.
A little present for USDA corn.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Good man, Sam. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're just going to say a quick goodbye, everyone. We took up all our time with listening to everything great that Sam had to say. It was so inspirational.
Yes.
And I hope you take that message home and think about it, maybe think of ways we can all do more to make a difference for Ohio's kids.
Remember, we are still trying to meet that challenge with our donation challenge. We are a little shy still of today's goal, but remember, what? Come on, people. Yeah, we can do it. We're about $7,000 away, a little less than that. You can still text MOH to 76278 to donate. They're going to keep that donation open for the next, I think, 24 hours, correct? So we can still meet that goal and make a huge difference. And we appreciate everyone who has donated so far.
Thank you so much for being here today. This was a big inspiration. Loving to hear all the stories from across the state of Ohio. Keep up the good work. Thank you for being a part of this from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you, and we'll see you back here next year.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.